Oh man, hello everyone, we're back. Yes, we're back. Hello everyone. It's Adrian, and you're welcome back to the channel where I talk about my unfiltered thoughts and opinions that nobody asked for. If that sounds like something that you're into, like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get right into today's episode. Guess what? I freshly just took a shower, and today I almost did not record this video. And let me explain, let me tell you why. Normally, I kind of have a routine, what I do, and I kind of like have recording hours and when I'm supposed to record and like edit and do this and do that. I normally have a routine, which is also strange because I never thought that I would ever be the kind of person to thrive on a routine, to be honest, because I don't know, I just feel like I almost used to feel like the idea of planning your day and like writing down in your journal what you're gonna do at what times you're gonna do them. Well, it sounds like a great idea and like concept to plan out your day and what you're gonna do when you're gonna do it so that you can stay organized. But also I never got to like understand it because I don't know, it's something that never really used to work for me because it just doesn't feel natural. It just feels it kind of used to feel performative a little bit, if I were to be honest with you. And again, going back to that same point, today I almost didn't film this episode because again I have normal hours where I'm supposed to be filming, and that didn't happen because again I always have a routine of what I'm supposed to do at one time. But today I almost didn't do that because things things didn't go the way they were supposed to go, like they normally go. Normally something happened, some work that I needed to do, and that kind of like interfered with my schedule and what I normally do, to the point where I was like, okay, it took me so much time, and now I was like, god, my day is ruined. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to like record today. Maybe I'm gonna postpone it and do it tomorrow, but also I'm like, I can't do it tomorrow because tomorrow I'm supposed to be filming a different video, and now it's just gonna like, it's gonna be a mess, and all my schedule and everything that I was trying to plan out is gonna be ruined. And I was just like stressing out because this thing was taking me a lot of time. It was kind of like stressing me out a little bit because I was like, god, I don't think I'm gonna be able to like film today. But I got to like do it and finish it. Then I rushed to the shower, took a shower really quickly, got ready, and then I'm here. But I don't know how this is gonna go. Hopefully I'm gonna be able to like film this and edit it and do other things, but I don't know how that's gonna go because again, one thing can happen that can cause to like my entire routine and schedule to be ruined. I don't know. Again, I never thought that I would be the kind of person to thrive on a routine, but now I've basically just found myself being one of those people that do thrive um, in a routine and doing things the same way day after day and kind of like planning things out. I'm not the kind of person to write it down, but I kind of like do a mental planning, a mental planner where I just like plan every single thing mentally and what I'm gonna do at what time, and then I do that. And today I almost did not do that because this one thing kind of like threw everything off for me, and that kind of like pissed me off because I was like, okay, now I'm not gonna be able to do it because I'm now pissed. Everything is ruined. I'm just gonna sit and do nothing because if I were to do it, it wouldn't be as good because my schedule was, this thing interfered with my schedule, and now the vibes are not vibing. They're not doing what they were supposed to do, and now I'm not gonna do it. But then I was like, dude, is that just an excuse so that you do not film today? And I was like, dude, get up right now. Get up, go take a shower right now and film. And now here we are, because you have to hold yourself accountable at the end of the day. If you don't do that with yourself, who's gonna do it for you, okay? I do it with myself all the time, so here we are. This whole experience today is kind of funny to me because, again, I've never thought that I would be the kind of person to thrive on a like schedule and like some kind of routine, because I'm gonna be honest, I used to be one of those people who would watch like some YouTubers, do the day in a life and like my routine, my daily routine and what I do, and morning routine and night routine and all that kind of stuff. And I always used to find that really fascinating, and I was like, that's really that's interesting. I should do that. I should do that to see how that's gonna like affect me and affect my life. Is it gonna make my life better or easier? Because you watch these people and they're like, if you do this by this time and this, it's gonna make your life easier and better and all this kind of stuff. You're gonna be able to focus on all this kind of stuff. And I was like, you know what, let me try it out. Let me try it out and see how it goes. And the mistake that I did was that I copied these people. Normally they would like wake up at like 5 a.m. and they would make their bed, then I don't know, work out, and then they would take a shower and then wear something nice. Then they would make breakfast and go for a walk and blah 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 and do all these things by this time and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, okay, this is interesting. So let me try to do that and see how it goes. And I copied it exactly the way these people would do it. I would wake up at 5 a.m. and do the exact same thing. And I hated it. I used to hate it. Oh my God. I used to hate it because first thing first, it used to feel performative. It didn't feel true to me. It felt like I was performing. I just wasn't being myself. And instead of that routine helping me to be more productive and motivated and be organized throughout my day, it did the opposite. It just made me frustrated for the entire day because I was like, I don't know, I just felt disorganized mentally instead of organized, because that's what it was supposed to do. But it ended up doing the opposite because it just didn't feel true to me. It felt performative and wrong, and I just wasn't able to stay motivated and like productive and feel organized. It just did the opposite. I did that for like what, 2 weeks almost, and I just hated it. And for a second I was like, oh man, am I lazy? Like, why isn't this thing working out for me? I thought it was supposed to work out for me because these people do this, and this was like a trend. I don't know if people still do this. I mean, I don't watch those kind of videos anymore, but it was like a trend that you would watch all these people and they would all be doing the exact same thing. They would wake up at 5 a.m., make their bed, do a workout, I don't know, take a shower, then eat and do this and do that. It would all be the exact same. You would watch all these people and they would all have the exact same routine. And for me, when I did it, it just did not work out for me, But when it didn't work out for me, I was like, wait a second, something is not clicking right now. Wait a second. Am I lazy? Like, what's going on? Am I the lazy one? Because if all these people are doing the same thing and they all have the same routine and it seems to work out for them, why doesn't it work out for me? Why does it do the opposite instead of making me more productive and motivated and be able to like feel organized throughout my day? I was just like, wait a second, something is not right. Something is definitely wrong right now. What is going on here? And I was just like trying to figure out what was going on, whether I was the problem or these people were just doing something that wasn't even realistic to begin with. Sitting with myself and just kind of like trying to analyze every single thing. Something that I ended up discovering was that, dude, there is no way all these people have the exact same daily routine and it just like works for them. Why isn't it working out for me? What's wrong? Let's try to figure out what was wrong. And again, something that I ended up discovering was that it's just not for me. It's just not for me. The way they were doing it, the order that they were doing it with, I was just like, this is not for me. My body reacts to it differently. My brain reacts to it differently. It's not working out for me. Instead of it making me again more organized and productive and motivated, it's doing the opposite. So I'm gonna put it to the side and not do it. I guess I'm not the kind of person to thrive on a routine like these other people. Maybe I'm just not one of them. I'm just not one of those like routine kind of people, and I'm just gonna, I don't know, do things my way, the way I normally do them, and just kind of like do things my way without having to have a routine, without feeling the need to like create this routine and like journal at this time, wake up at this specific time, do my bed at this specific time, do this and do that. I was just like, dude, this feels performative. It feels fake. It feels fake. It doesn't feel like me. It doesn't feel like me. So it's, and plus it's not working out for me right now. So I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna live my life and do things my way and the way that I normally do them. And maybe I'm just not the kind of person to thrive on a routine. And guess what? I was wrong. I was wrong because when I let myself just do my own thing and not have to like follow these routines that I would get from these people and watch from that, I would get from these people by watching their videos, something good, great even happened. I discovered that every single day I would kind of like do the same thing, but this time I was not trying to have a routine. I was not trying to like plan my days out. I was just like, I guess free balling everything and just like doing my thing. And something that I realized was like, wait, I'm doing the same things every day. Like, do I have a routine? I started to realize that I kind of had some kind of like routine, and I would do certain things at certain times, and there were times that I would feel the most productive, and that's when I would get a lot of work done. And there are certain hours where I would feel more motivated to like go on a walk and do this and do that. I was like, oh, hold on, like wait a second, like I think I'm one of those people that can thrive on a routine. And I ended up realizing that I did in fact have a routine, but it's not something that I try to plan out intentionally. I wasn't pulling out my journal trying to write out, I'm gonna do this at this time. I just like was just doing it automatically. Don't ask me how. Again, it's not something that I try to plan out. It just happened. I would do certain things at certain times, and I was just like thriving on this routine that I didn't even try to plan. It kind of just like my brain just, I guess it just has a way of working things out where it created a routine for me where I would just do certain things at certain times, and it just worked out for me. And that way I felt more productive and motivated and organized than I did before. And no, I wasn't waking up at 5 a.m. every day and doing my bed at certain times and like going for a walk or making breakfast and doing this whole thing. No, I wasn't doing that. I was doing all of that, but in my way, in my own time, when I felt like I wanted to do it. And it worked out. It ended up really, really working out for me. And I guess now I'm the kind of person who can thrive on a routine. I can confidently say that. And now I've just kind of like been doing the same thing. So every single day, most of the time I do the same thing, and I've been doing the same routine. I've been having the same routine now for months, and it's really, really working out for me. It just helps me to be more organized and productive, and I feel motivated, and I don't know, everything just falls into place. But when I was trying to follow these other people's routines, who for some reason they all just are the same, when I tried to do the same thing, it just did not work out for me. But when I just kind of like stepped back and let myself do my own thing and kind of like follow my own brain and body and the way that it reacts to and the way that it functions in certain times in my brain, there are times where I'm more like motivated. Like most of the time I'm more motivated and focused in the morning, either in the morning or at night. During daytime, don't ask me about things. Not that I can't do anything, of course I can, but it's just easier for me to be more focused and feel more motivated and productive either at night or early in the morning. So that's what works out. That's what works for me. And I say all of this to tell you to stop copying other people's routines for the life of God. Just stop it. Stop it. If you're gonna do the same thing and just like if you're gonna do the same thing that I did, and just kind of like let yourself be and live, and let your brain, I guess, and your body lead you towards a routine that will work out for you specifically, do that. But if you're the kind of person who likes to plan and like write in your journal, again, you can go ahead and do that. But just stop it. Stop trying to copy other people's routines. And if you've tried to do that and those routines just don't work out for you, it's because they are not made for you. And I also kind of doubt that all those people have the exact same routine, and it all happens to work out for them. I don't know. I just feel like some of them are like lying, and they're like, I don't know, they're just doing it for the sake of doing it for the videos, and they have completely different routines. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. It's just like a little suspicious to me, the fact that they all have the same kind of daily routines. And I'm like, there is no way that exact routine works for all of you. There's just no way. But maybe it does. Maybe it does. And I'm the one who's weird and different, and it just didn't work out for me. But maybe it works out for you. But if it does not, then don't try to force it. Don't try to like wake up at 5 a.m. and like do your bed and then read and then do this and like plan out your day. Again, if you're the kind of person who likes to plan out their days and that works out for you, go ahead. Go ahead and do that. You know what I mean? Go ahead and do that. But if that hasn't worked out for you, then don't force it. Don't force it. You are not the problem. You're not the problem that those kinds of routines are not working out for you, and you kind of like start to feel lazy or like a failure. You're not the problem. Maybe those routines are just not made for you. Try to find something that's made for you, and that makes your body, that makes it easy for your body and your mind to stay motivated and be productive throughout the day without feeling like you're just using too much energy. You know what I mean? So don't try to force anything. Don't try to copy anybody's daily routine. Find your own. Let your mind and your body lead you. Follow it. You know, when it's the most, if it's the most productive at night, then do that. Try to do most things and try to get a lot of work done during nighttime. If it's early in the morning, do that. If it's during daytime at like 1 p.m., then do that. Do that. Try to follow your body and your mind. Stop following other people's routines and what they think you should be doing. If it's not working out for you, there is a reason to why it's not working out for you. It's because it's not made for you. So stop copying people. Find something that works out specifically for you. Something that I've heard from a lot of people is be like, oh, maybe I'm just too lazy. Well, yeah, I guess there are people that are just lazy, like that's just who they are and how they are for some reason. But I don't think people are really ever like lazy like that. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I feel like if you feel that way, I think you're just trying to force a routine that clearly isn't working out for you to work out for you. You know, if you always feel lazy trying to like, if you always find it hard and you always feel lazy, you find it hard to like stick to a routine, maybe it's just not for you. Maybe try to do something different by just, I guess, following your body and your mind. You know, try to be more self-aware of the way that you feel throughout the day, in different, you know, throughout the day and in like different hours. If it's like nighttime or daytime, in the morning, you know, try to be more aware of how you feel. Do you feel more motivated at nighttime or daytime or early in the morning, and all that kind of stuff? Try to figure it out and try to figure out what kind of schedule would work out for you, and then try to create a routine based on that, based on how you feel in during certain times. And I know not everyone has the luxury to do this, because if you're always busy with work and like school and all these other things that you need to do, man, it can be so hard to like figure out a routine that works out specifically for you, that will not end up like interfering with other things. But I don't know, just if a certain routine is not working out for you, you're not lazy. You're not lazy. Maybe you should stop copying these other people that you keep watching. Stop copying them, stop copying their routines, and try to find something that will work out for you, and specifically for you and you only. I don't really think that everybody is lazy and is like that. If you feel that way most of the time, just change your routine. Try to like listen more to your mind and your body and what it needs and what it's easier for the both of them, and try to follow that. And it's just something that I wanted to talk about. It's something that had been on my mind, and today when the whole thing with like my routine almost not working out, and because all these things kept interfering and all of that, I just felt like it was the appropriate day and time for me to talk about this. Because again, I used to think that I was one of those people who just for some reason couldn't thrive on a routine. But you can thrive on a routine. I feel like anybody can. You just have to find the right routine for you and something that will work specifically for you. So if you're trying to force something else to happen with you or some other person's routine, stop it. Literally stop it. You're just wasting your time and energy. It's not gonna work out. So if you don't feel motivated following these other people's routines, there's a reason to why it's not working out for you. So try to find something that will work out for you. I don't know if I don't know if you're like gonna get some kind of value from this, but hopefully you get to like learn something new. But literally stop copying other people's routines and find what works out best for you. That's it. That's all I have to say for today's episode. Again, it's just something that I wanted to talk about. Again, you might find like this video, the angles were like weird because I had to stop and kind of like press record again. So if you find the angles a bit weird, just pretend like it's not weird, okay? Because it happens sometimes, you know what I mean? It happens. But yeah, that's all I have to say for today's episode. I love you again and again and again, sending you virtual hugs and kisses. Again, I love you. Take care of yourself. I guess I'll see you guys on the next one. Stop copying other people's routines and try to find something that works out best for you. I love you again. Take care of yourself. Like and subscribe if you feel like it. Join the family. Again, I love you. Bye, and I'll see you guys on the next one. And I'm gonna end the video right now and right here. Bye bye. Have fun. Find something that works out for you, and I'll see you guys on the next one.